In today's project video, we're going to be making a fire-breathing blowtorch that will start off your metal melting with a bang. To start off today's project video, we're going to need a 12-foot length of 1/4 inch propane hose with 3/8 inch flare fittings crimped onto the ends. We're also going to need a 3/8 inch flare by 1/4 inch 45-degree elbow, a 1/4 inch ball valve, a 1/4 inch pipe nipple, a 1/4 inch steel coupling, a 1/4 inch brass plug, and a 0.6 millimeter contact tip for welders. To start off with the construction of our propane torch, we're going to need to put thread tape on all the threaded ends so it makes a more tight seal when we screw it all together. Now we're going to need to screw the elbow onto the propane hose finger tight, then tighten it with channel locks. And then we're going to need to screw the ball valve onto the elbow and tighten it with channel locks, and it's important to make sure that it opens towards you and closes in the down position. Now we're going to want to screw on the pipe nipple and tighten it with channel locks, and then we're going to leave that for now. We're going to need to grab the steel coupling and the brass plug, and we're going to need to make a few modifications to them. So let's go do that now. We're going to need to flatten 4 sides of the steel coupling. I'm going to be using a belt sander to do it, but you can use metal files just as easily. You'll see what we're using these flat sides for later. Now we're going to need to drill a 3/16 hole as centered as possible inside the plug. Then we're going to use a 6 mm by 1.0 tap to add threads inside the hole. This is the perfect size for our contact tips, which we're going to need to screw in. So add a little thread tape and just screw it in with your fingers. Now let's head back to the belt sander, and we're going to need to sand down 4 sides on a 3/4 inch by 1.5 inch steel reducer coupling. Then we're going to need to use the same drill bit to drill parallel holes in all of the 4 sides. Now we're going to need to grab some nuts and bolts that fit through the holes and tighten them up and put one through every single hole. Then we're going to want to place it over our contact tip piece and tighten every screw till the contact tip is held centered inside the top of the coupling. And then use something like a screwdriver to tighten each of the connections so it doesn't slip out. Now put 2 1/2 inch cut washers on the pipe nipple and then screw on your reducer coupling. Now get a 6-inch piece of 3/4 inch steel pipe and a 3/4 inch to 1 inch reducer coupling and screw it on. Make sure it's not a galvanized steel coupling, it's a black steel coupling because galvanized steel can release toxic fumes when heated up. Now we're going to need to make an air regulator. This is super easy to make. You're just going to need a steel lid from a can of chicken or tuna fish, and you're going to want to get the regulator template that's in the description, cut it out, and glue it onto the steel lid. Then once you've done that, you can just grab a pair of scissors and cut out the outline of the template. The steel should be thin enough that you can just cut through it with scissors. Now you're going to want to bend it into the shape of a little shield, kind of bent circular so it blocks the air better and fits better, and then slide it right behind the 1/2 inch steel reducer. To attach your torch to the propane tank, you're going to get a 3/8 inch flare by 3/8 inch brass nipple and screw that on to the other end of your propane hose. Then you're going to need a 3/8 inch steel coupling and to screw that onto the other end of the nipple. Then you're going to need a 3/8 inch to 1/4 inch hex reducer brushing and screw that onto the other end of the coupling. And then you're going to need to tighten all that with channel locks. Now for safety reasons, it's good to have a pressure regulator and pressure gauge, which I found for super cheap, combined at Lowe's, and it already comes with thread tape stuff on the threaded end, so you can just screw it right on and then tighten it with channel locks. Then we're going to need a Presto light valve or a POL valve, and you're going to want to use your fingers to hand tighten that on, then tighten it with channel locks. This is what connects to the propane tank, and you can just find them on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description. And then once you finish screwing that on, you're finished with your Gas Blaster Propane Torch. Now to light this thing up, you're going to want to hook it up to a propane tank, then hold a lighter in front of the business end and slowly open the ball valve. And then once it lights on fire, you can open the ball valve some more and adjust the air regulator. The air regulator adjusts the amount of oxygen that mixes with the propane, which can cause the flame to oxidize, which can change the temperature of the flame. So adjust it till you get a bright blue flame and a jet loud roar. And if you do this properly, this fire-breathing blowtorch can heat up your metal foundry to temperatures hot enough to melt soda cans in seconds. Thank you for watching to the end of this Cubby Creates video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you want to build something just like this, I'll have links in the description of materials that I used. And I just wanted to say that this project was not mine. It is not my project. It's the King of Random's propane torch. He has a video on it. There will be a link in the description to his video. It's really good. You guys should go watch it. And please share this video if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching it, and I'll see you guys next time on Cubby Creates.